Good morning, and I'd also like to recognize, without trying to redo the protocol, our special guests at this very important seminar. I see Leno, um, PHA, Ministry of Health, and Fidelity. And my words are going to be very brief this morning. I did not prepare remarks, and that's partly intentional in most cases because I tend to do better when I speak from the heart. And the message this morning have been such an inspiring one from your inspirational moment. And I never sit in church and allow the preacher to say, sometimes they do this to you and they do that to you, and cheer. I have introspection and try to look within myself to see if there's something I'm doing to somebody that causes them to say, you doing this to me or you doing that to me. So in other words, the word is for you, not for you to look at the other person and to judge them. God will be the judge at the end of the day. So give a round of applause to our opening enrichment, Pastor Kellen Russell. Yes, I thought that was great. Whilst listening to what he said, though, I jotted down a few words that I wanted to just give to you because this is timely. I'm big on training and professional development. I try to wake up every morning with a prayer to God, first of all, even if I only thank him for the breath that he has given me. And then I ask him I thank him for what I think that he will provide for me. That has been a blueprint in my life. And it's amazing the power of prayer because man may have capabilities, but all of the capabilities of man are given by God. And if you don't acknowledge God in your life and the capabilities or the blessings that you have, then you are stifling your future blessings. I am so delighted. I think this is very timely that we have a health and financial enrichment seminar. I commend the director for this. She is well aware that both aspects of this, the health part, pretty good with me, the financial part, we're still working on. But the blueprint for your life should include both and should start with both. Because only through these blessings from God can you really be a blessing on others. And let me explain what I mean by that. This morning, I had two encounters this morning. The first encounter that I had this morning was on the phone. Somebody I was trying to get something done for, and it's held up with someone else. So I had to express to them how I don't promise anything. I don't promise even things to my children and my wife. I said, I'll see what I can do about that, right? Because that way, unless you fully control something, it's a bad thing to promise when somebody else has control of something you have to deliver. So if I control this phone, I could promise I can give it to you. But I can't promise you that the director could give you a phone. Everybody got that? Yeah. So that was the first encounter, this person on the phone. The second encounter that I had was walking in this door, and as I often greet people, sometimes I miss a person or two, and sometimes some people, I come back to a story. A lady, she was so mad at me because she said, I reach out my hand to shake your hand, and you walk past me. And she told someone that I went back to her, and I said, no, I didn't see you doing that, or, they were trying to seek me somewhere. in a church. And rather than holding up this was at a funeral, I just started to move along, but I didn't see her. So I went back because I wanted her to forgive me for what she took as a slight, right? And so this morning, I walked in, and there were some gentlemen standing out of the front. And most of them I know, well, all of them I know, I've seen, and they were very warm and kind. But this one gentleman, he refused to, he looked at me. Well, he didn't look at me first. He refused to shake my hand, right? He refused to even acknowledge, and I just said, good morning. And I said, good morning. I didn't move until he gave me a good morning. Then he mumbled under his breath, right? But you know why that hit me, and I'm telling you that. So I won't tell you what he is, because I don't want to embarrass anybody, right? Maybe the persons who were standing here at the time understand. Let me tell you why I would tell you the story. Because sometimes I think that we really know when we're going to die. I will say it again. Sometimes I think that we really know, and I'm guilty of this too. We act like we know when we're going to die. Right? I'm not the preacher. I'm not even the son of a preacher. But I think that is very important for us to understand. Jesus' message wasn't about the church, you know. The church came afterwards. Jesus' message was about how you treat people and each other. He came and he didn't go to the synagogue, right? He went and he walked around. He hung out at the bars, right? Hang out with people, took a prostitute with him to walk, and people started to question, this your Messiah? He took a tax collector or two, some lowly fishermen, and he didn't go and he didn't get the high priest of the church and all them walk around in robes. Am I lying about the story? All of us know the story, right? But we want to be like Jesus, but are we willing to follow the blueprint, which is about how to treat people? It starts with that, right? And you believe that you being mean to somebody takes something from that somebody. It takes something from you. It takes something from you. One thing you don't control. You can't control the behavior of people. I didn't control that gentleman. I never chose to control people. You can't control the behavior of people. What you can control is how you react to them. So you can choose control in kind, or you can say, or you can do what I did and say, hey, good morning. And then I said, boy, manners, right? Because the second thing I want to say to you, or I want to ask you, are you an example for somebody else? The reason this seminar is happening, because some may question why, when everybody is supposed to be doing whatever task to work, why are we all here? Why is your departments closed? And I would say that unless the workplace has moments like this, where you can self-reflect, where you can possibly be inspired, where you can train, first of all, sometimes you need an attitude check, all of us do, to catch yourself when things start to take over your mind. Because things that take over your mind actually take over your body. And that's why health and financial wellness and enrichment is an extremely important part of your future development. I've been minister of this ministry officially January 1st. So it hasn't been in February, March. It's been just over 2 months, right? Just over 2 months. And I expected what I got, that everyone would expect me to solve everything that I was supposed to solve by now, right? That's fine. I expected that. That's fine. Because we're working on that. But I want you to know that throughout your life, the example that you would be to someone starts at moments like this. If you haven't started working on yourself, please start today. Please start today. I celebrated 50 in January, and on my 50th birthday, during my 50th birthday, because it's 24th of January, right? The 1st of January, that same month, I would have become the Minister of Environment, a very honorable position. And the first thing I did was thank God, and people say, boy, your mother would have been proud, because I lost in 2008. Many people will want, when you start to move forward, elevate, get accomplishments or receive accomplishments in your career or accomplish anything for your family, many people will envy and want what you have. It's okay to do that, you know. But sometimes you gotta ask yourself, when you envy persons, are you willing to go through what they went through? Sometimes you have to ask yourself, are you willing to go through what they went through? And so you may see the reward, but there's no reward without labor, no matter what you think. But I know I'm not preaching to anybody in here that hear anything that I say for the first time. But I think it's very valuable that we listen to each other first, have forgiveness in your heart, choose to live like Jesus and care about the other person, because, listen, I did not plan when I became a teacher in 1999. I did not plan to be the minister of anything. You know what I planned to be? A good teacher. That's it. Thank you. A good teacher. And through the process, from wanting to be the best at something, at anything, and I ain't the only job let me not say that I ain't the only job I had. I had many hobbies. I didn't do everything, right? And sell tires and fix air condition and everything, landscaping, work on roof, did it all, right? Bartend, DJ. Everything I did, I wanted to be the best at what I did. And that was looking at examples sometimes and wanting to be as good as that person. So I had to do some things in order for that to happen. I'm asking you, take from the seminar, as you go forward, something from your life, because only you can decide your path. If this ain't for you, when you pray and you ask for something else, God will give it to you one way or another. And you'll be surprised the way you go. But your attitude determines your altitude. That's still true. And so you can't be mean to people, sour with people, mad at somebody. When you say God in charge, well, then you're mad at God. Are you telling the truth? Listen, it's hard to live consistent sometimes with word. With the word or with your words. It's hard to live. But you got to try every day and do the right. Every morning you wake up, we know we have to try. We got children, we got nieces, nephews, we have family, right? So you try, and at some point you live for them. I started living for my family a lot because I felt that I did everything. And so about 10 years ago, I said, man, I'm living for my children. I'm going to accomplish. I'm going to be the best me so I could serve them as long as I could serve them. Right? And that's why I started, I think I'm in the best physical fitness shape of so far in my life. Because I know when I could die, but I live all my life yet, I hope. But I realize that I can't be valuable to people if I am not valuable in myself. All right? So today, whatever's offered, I thank you for the opportunity to share a few words with you. And I commend the director and her team for putting together this forum. I wanted it to be a very sobering forum that you can get something personally from yourself. Don't look at the next person and say, yeah, that's them. Find out, look at yourself and find out, hey, is that me? Do I want to be this? It's not too late to start. Age, background, how rich or poor you are, whether you're on the family island or whatever. I know none of that matters. None of that matters. Education is a great equalizer. This is a part of it. And God is the ultimate equalizer. So no matter where you come from, is always where you're going. God bless you all. You all enjoy your seminar. And we'll see you back to work. Thank you.
Thank you.